Hey, and welcome to GoodKnit Kisses Live, our GKK FriYay Live, as we usually call it. I decided to write the whole name in the description this time. Maybe we'll get some people who don't know what GKK is. And maybe you know GoodKnit Kisses. So if you are coming into our live stream on a Friday morning, well, at least it's Friday here, please let me know if you are familiar with GoodKnit Kisses. If you're not, ask me a question. We come here every Friday morning at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. I'm in Texas, and I let you know what's coming up for our tutorials either the next day or patterns that we release the next day. Usually we have a pattern a week at GoodKnit Kisses, and I am teaching how to knit and crochet and loom knit and a few other things like weaving and stuff, but mostly we're loom knitting and needle knitting and crochet. So tomorrow we have another loom knitting pattern coming, but we have a needle knit pattern coming the next week, which we will also match up with the loom as well. So never fear. So I'll give you a little bit of preview about it. It's a knit bowl cozy. Next week. So I'm so glad you're jumping on. If you're live, say hello. If you are on the replay, please tell us hello. Oh, I'm missing one of my boxes. I just noticed. I forgot. That's where I keep my glue gun, and my daughter needed it for her graduation hat. She is graduating and needed to decorate her cap. Do y'all do that? Do you do that where you're from? Let me know. I totally forgot to replace it. I'm like, oh no, it's right there. Welcome. Hey, Alicia, I see you jumping in. Lori, good morning. Good morning. I hope you are doing well. We have a fun hat coming up. Now, you know the techniques if you have followed our sock video or our envelope hat video. You know the techniques for knitting and purling for some ribbing. And you may know how to do bottom up hats till your heart's content, but do you know how to do a top down hat? Well, maybe you paid attention to our envelope hat, which has this square top to it. Maybe you've done a top down hat a different way. But today, I'm going to show you a fun hat style that you may recognize. Now, I've done it in a plain form, a very simple, basic form where there's no fair isle to it. There's no special pattern inside, but it's the basic shape of the hat because I want you to be able to create this on your own. And then there's endless possibilities of what you could do with this to make it look like other Nordic style hats. So this is a Nordic style hat. Now the Nordic hat typically has a fair isle pattern to it, and we will do that eventually. What I wanted to do is start with the baseline. So this actually has this hat pattern that we have coming out tomorrow. If you are a member here on GoodKnit Kisses and your membership level 2 or above, you've already got this in your inbox. So yay. But this hat right here, we have 6 sizes. Woo, need 2 hands. We have 6 sizes in this Nordic style hat, and this is for loom knitters. So this is starting with the Kitchener cast on. Yeah, it is seamless. Like, this is not a seam here. This is knit from top down. So it looks seamless right here. In fact, this part is. And then along this line here is where the actual, I think it's actually right here. But anyway, that's where it actually came together. And it was knit in the round and then actually completed at the brim. So this Nordic style hat is really cool because it has the decreased crown look, but it is in that traditional style. So this is a women's size hat. I'm going to just throw it on here. I'm going to do it in a second. Let me see what kind of comments we got in here. Hey, if you're joining me, say hello, please. If you're on replay, do that too. I would love that. Wow, I can't believe she graduates. I know, me too, Alicia, me too. It is happening so fast. But she really has senioritis, and I do too. So we don't have very much longer. We started school earlier and we have a very different schedule. So actually she's done with schooling by the end of the month. And then May, we get to sit and plan her graduation and enjoy that part. So I will be working on things. I'm working on some things right now. I'm trying to get ahead, but I seem to not be able to get ahead. But we will be doing graduation activities coming up in May, and I can't believe it. I've already done her little video with her baby pictures growing up and all the things and cried. And I like sappy songs, and I don't know if you're like me, but when someone's like, that song, you know, like, well, that was my daughter, and she won't let me use my sappy song. So there is a song by Mark Harris called Find Your Wings, and that's the song that I wanted to use. She wanted me to use My Girl. That's a fine song. I love it. So we're doing that. So anyway, if you're interested, go look at Mark Harris, Find Your Wings. Hey, Shelly, good morning. I see you. Casey is here. Hello. I'm thinking Casey in the Sunshine Band. Good morning, Carol. Hello, hello. Welcome. I'm so glad you're here too. Alicia likes a mixture of different songs. I know. I love lots of different songs. Also Butterfly Kisses, but I wouldn't make her do that. I did dance to that with my dad. My sister made fun of me, as she does. I mean, you know, sisters. sisters. Hey, Kim, May, hello in Boston. I'm so glad you're here. All right, well, I know that it's not quite winter and whatever. I'm making this hat anyway because I got so excited about it. So let me just throw this on. This is the women's size, and it has that Nordic style look. Now, this is like if you were doing one of those like squid things, but I'm actually I made it longer so that I can fold the brim. Let me see. I'm getting dressed on camera here. But it's that traditional, like if you like a traditional toboggan look, and like a lot of ski hats have this Nordic style look to it, you know, it's that traditional sort of look. I'm leaving it popped up on purpose so you can see the shape. Look, it looks like the squid hat. But it actually does lay down pretty good. And if you wanted an even sloucher, like this is the women's size, and this one's using a 3/8 inch peg, 3/8 spacing, small gauge loom, 88 pegs for this one. You could jump up to the men's if you're like, I like a bigger hat. So all the sizes, like the circumference and everything, are written in the pattern. And then let me grab the loom. I hit it up here. So I worked with the Flexi loom. You know, it's one of my favorite looms. I can't say it's the favorite loom because, you know, I love my looms. But this is what I did on this one. If you saw our sock video, thank you again to Cindy Wood Looms who did the custom sock. I was able to get it a bit bigger. And if you wanted to do, like, if you're like, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for this all my life, but I want like, you know, a hard loom with that hard number on it or whatever, you could always ask Cindy Wood if they would make that. But there's what's different about this. The short rows for a sock are going to be different than the short rows for a Nordic. So it's very similar, but you have less short rows, right? So now you could use this technique if you want to do toes on a sock that aren't as severe. So if you saw our sock and it's like more pointy and you're like, well, I have a wider toe set than that. I know I'm talking about socks and head, like we're talking about the top and bottom here, but it's the same thing. So what this does is it has a wider set. So it's not as severe as an angle. So really that's the only difference between the two. And then of course the size, no one's got a foot this big. If you do, see a doctor. Sorry. I'm a dork. But seriously, see a doctor. So anyway, this is what I did. Half of your stitches are going to be used in a short row. And then instead of 1/3 being divided on each side for short rows, you actually have a 1/4 on each. And then the middle is going to be just straight. So that's what I did. and then you just keep going until the right length. So we've got that all in the pattern with all the sizes, so you don't have to think about it. There's a chart that will be involved and tells you how many on each side you need to do for how many pegs that you're using. So if you're using 88 pegs, it's going to tell you the short row numbers on the sides. And you can see on mine, I designated it with my darker pegs here. I had plenty of looms. I don't know how many I used for this. I mean, this is 88 pegs, but then, you know, half of them here are all the lighter color, and then half of the half, a quarter. So 3/4 of the pegs, come on, Kristen, math. 3/4 of the pegs I did in light links, and then I did dark links for the short rows. And then I've also mapped out, so I don't have an even number of my short rows on each side. Over here, I have, say 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11. So I have 11 here. So you can see I've got my first peg here marked, and then I've marked all these with like this little rubber band, and I've left this one alone. So this one actually goes with this middle part. Same thing on the other side. So that's kind of what I did. Julietta, hi, how are you doing? I'm great. How are you? Oh my goodness. Well, you don't have to tell me on here, but I hope your husband's doing well. I'm thinking about him. I saw a quick post and I had to jump online, but anyway, I hope he's doing well, Julietta. We miss you. So we have our Zoom group for members. You don't have to be a certain level. It's all membership levels. So instead of doing a live stream once a month, I do a Zoom nearly every week, probably 3 out of the 4 or 5 weeks in a month, at least 3 a month on Fridays at 11 a.m. Central Standard Time. It's always the same link. If you don't have that link, please go to our members area and you can look at those perks. You just click on, actually, if you're, you have to make sure you're signed into your account that you're a member with, and click on perks, and it's listed in the perks. The link will be there. So sometimes I have people reach out and they're like, well, you didn't get back to me in time. No, it's always in the same place. So if I don't get back to you, it's because I don't get back to you, but that's why I put it in the same spot. So, and then I just keep myself a calendar, and I keep that link in there so I can just click on it and go to it. So anyway, and then if I'm a little late, just pardon me, I might be using the restroom or something, but I'll jump in and then allow you in the room. So anyway, if we're not having that day, just check for an announcement that we don't have it. Last week we didn't have it, so I missed you guys. Juliet, if you want to join us, please do that. Oh, good. I'm so glad. So yeah, join on the Zoom. Yes, hope you can join us, Lori says. See, she wants to see you too. So excuse me. I am having a hard time. Sorry about clearing my throat on camera. I'm gonna fix my hair now. So this is the pattern. I hope you guys like it. This is the Nordic Style Hat, and this is the loom knit version, the women's size. This is with 88 pegs. And again, we have 6 sizes. It goes from baby all the way up to men's, right? And this women's size, I have a bigger women's head. I'm not sure I have like that big of a women's head, but I have a friend who she's on like the more petite size head. I don't necessarily think she's a petite person. She's small, but I wouldn't look at her and go, she's petite, but her head size is smaller. So she can wear like more like a youth size. So I don't know. You just want to measure your own head. And then that's why we have all these sizes. So you can find the right one for you. And of course, if you like a slouchier hat, just pick the bigger size. So anyway, but yes, we are doing a Zoom today, Juliet. So I'd love to have you. Cam May, this is my first time joining live. Thank you so much. I'm glad you're here. Is this where I should make requests for patterns? Yes, you can make them here. That would be great. Now I'm not doing any patterns that belong to other people. So unless that person like owns the pattern and they say, hey, could you help me make a video on it? I'm not going to do something without permission. I can work on, yarn, I usually can ask Yarn Inspirations. Usually they're fine with me doing it anyway, but Yarn Inspirations, if there's one on there that I'm particularly interested in me doing, I can do that. If you're wanting to understand a concept, even just a stitch pattern or certain concepts, those are great. I can get to those faster if they're stitch patterns or there's certain techniques or something. I would love to see if there's any techniques that you're interested in. I like to really make sure that we cover all the basics here on this channel, because when we do have patterns that need a small little video for someone to reference to, I really like those being able to be had. I always say I'm going to make more complicated things in the future, but honestly, there's so many basic things that you can use to like build a good foundation in knitting and crochet to raise up your game. So I still want to cover all those things, and I still feel like I'm covering a lot of basics. I mean, you know, I've covered intermediate stuff too. I don't think I've covered anything like really expert or anything. I've done a sweater, but I feel like the sweater was pretty basic, just because it's done in sections, it's connected, and that kind of thing. So anyway, yeah, ask away here. I don't remember if it's going to keep the live thing, so I'm going to try and remember what you write on here. Do I still do collabs with Mikey? No, I haven't. Oh, I you know, you said Mickey, but I think you're talking about Mikey at the Crochet Crowd. No, we haven't been doing any collabs. He's kind of moved on from that. I'm not sure he does collabs with anybody, but I don't know. I wouldn't know. I'm not really following him right now. I'm just kind of doing my thing. So if he asked me to, I don't know. I'd consider it. Anyway, so we have something coming up. I have a fun project that I have been really wanting to do. Now, who has one of those bowl cozies? You may have purchased them at the farmer's market, at a craft show. You may make them for friends, family. Who's done those? They're quilted ones. Let me go grab mine. Sorry, I'm going to move my head over in the frame. Whoop. Sorry. Excuse my mess. This one has to go in the wash. But this is one that I know you see all the spots. This is one that my cousin made, and we've used the heck out of it. We actually have two, and my children have lost it, and it's frustrating to me. But anyway, I thought, why am I so frustrated that we don't have enough of these? Because when she gave it to me, I thought, I don't know if my family will use them, because I like them, but I'm not sure my family will. Well, they fight over them. They're like, who's got the bowl cover? So I decided, why can't I make them? I have the skills, so let's do it. So now this one's a little bit bigger. I'm going to make a smaller one, but this is my bowl cover, and it hasn't been washed yet, so it's a little floppy, but this is the bowl cover, and then we have another one. So I made this one a little bit larger because I have some larger bowls, and let me grab the bowl. So this is how mine fits in this regular size one here, and it's a little like small. Now, if I put this bowl in, it's perfect, right? And so that's why I was like, well, let me make two different sizes. So let's show you what my new bowl cover does. Look, see, this is how it fits. It fits the whole thing. And you could actually put a saucepan in this or something. You could put that on there and really protect the sides and edges from people, you know, scorching their fingers or whatever. So anyway, this is the bowl cover. This will be coming up next week. This is a needle knit pattern. I intend to have at least two. I don't think I'm going to do more sizes than that, but two sizes. So this will be the large, and then I'll do one that's a little smaller to fit a smaller bowl. Oh, it looks so good, Cheryl says. Isn't that fun? So let's look at it a little bit, right? This is a preview. You're getting extra preview because you're still here. So this is what it looks like. It curls up. It has seams on the wrong side. You could actually flip it and put the seams on the inside if you wanted to. I mean, it would create a little bit of a pocket though, for your heat. I don't know, you could test it which side's better, but it would raise the bowl up a little bit on the inside. So I'm going to flip it so the bowl is nice and flat and flush and flat. And then this actually kind of raises it above the table or countertop or whatever you're going to do. And yeah, so it's great. It's cotton. This is a mercerized cotton, and it's really strong and durable. So it'll go through so many different washings and not get that rubbed look. And it's a nice vibrant color. This is the 24/7 cotton. Yarn Bee also has a really nice mercerized cotton. You can use regular cotton or mercerized. This is a number 4 medium weight yarn. And I used a number 7, US 7, 4.5 inch, 4.5 millimeter needle, not 4.5 inches. You could do it with straight needles. It's going to be made in 4 pieces and then connected together. So let me check my comments and see what you guys are saying. Thank you for that, Alicia. She's letting everybody know that we go live on Fridays at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time. Lori, just saw a long Facebook post by Mikey about why he doesn't. I think he posted today or yesterday. Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to check that out, I guess. Do you think crochet is thriving well on YouTube? Is it over for the niche of crochet? Oh, that's an interesting question. Is that like the topic right now a lot of people are talking about? Interesting question. I think it's thriving. I haven't seen anything to the contrary. In fact, I know my name is GoodKnit Kisses here. I mean, well, I'm Kristen Mangus, but, but my channel's GoodKnit Kisses, and my #1 video is how to crochet. I think it has 5 million views or something like that. I don't know, but that video and that video series has been really popular, and it's just continuing. I mean, it's just like a workhorse. It's just amazing. I know that before I did that series, and I've done this with a few of the other series, I prayed about it. I mean, I'm going to share some of my faith with you. I prayed about it because I was like, Lord, you know, I know that people want to learn. They struggle when they learn. Now, they see other people just enjoying it, and they're just lighthearted, and they just, you know, a lot of times don't even look at it, or they just use it to keep their hands busy during a lecture or a sermon or whatever. Just use it for stress relief, all that stuff. But people feel so stressed when they learn crochet, and also knitting as well. And so before I started that series, especially crochet, I was like, God, give me the help to convey your peace over this series, over this this topic, and help people understand that it takes time, and to be kind to themselves. And I don't know that I said all those things in the video. I just know that I prayed about it before I did it. And it is just remarkable, the comments that come back on that video. And I don't get alerts for all of them. I don't know why. YouTube is weird. It doesn't always let me do it. So sometimes you'll see me hit love on something that was like 5 years ago. I'm like, oh, I just saw that comment. That's amazing. Now, every so often, I will get a real hater comment like, you talk too much, or this stinks and I can't believe anybody gets any help from this, or whatever. Well, maybe I'm just not the teacher for you. You know, maybe you just need a different style, or maybe you just need to be really nice to yourself. Maybe you just need to do it several thousand times like I had to do it. Some things I pick up super quick, and other things I struggle like through the mud. Like, who can tell me on here, did you struggle when you learned fill in the blank? Did you struggle? Who was on the struggle bus? Let me know. I'm going to read your comments. Pipe in, okay? I would love for you to speak up. Let's see. I'm going to go in and read some comments here. Okay. All right. I don't know your name though. 1Q16VO. I don't know. That's really cute. Do you use it inside the microwave while you're heating the bowl? Yes, you can put it inside the microwave. It's cotton. It's perfectly safe. Or you can take the bowl out and put it on there. So yeah, if you want to put it directly in the microwave, awesome. Then you could just take it right out. Usually what I do is, I don't always do that. I might do that with this one. I haven't been doing it with this one. But I just kind of grab the tip. If it's not too hot, I put the tip, I hold the top of it, edge, and then I drop it onto the thing. Like, I put this in the microwave and then I just kind of do that. But that's probably not the greatest, especially for kids. So it would be better to just put this right around it and it would be perfectly fine. So there's that answer. Yes, I'm using cotton yarn. Yes, Alicia. What is out for tomorrow? What is out for tomorrow is the Nordic Style Hat. That is coming out on Saturday the 13th. And that is Loom knit. And it's totally seamless. Yeah. Love the 24/7 cotton. Absolutely, absolutely. What's in our box for members today? That is the Nordic Style Hat. I do love the quilt ones. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Joanne's on here now. She's answering questions. Sorry. I'll stop answering those types of questions. Oh, I'm so glad that you jumped in, Cheryl. Yeah, make sure that you're logged in as your membership. Sometimes people have multiple accounts, so make sure you're logged in as the right membership name so that you can see what your perks are. Oh, that's a great question. I'm just going to call you Q, 1Q. Do you have another job outside of YouTube, or do you make a living strictly from YouTube alone? I do not make a living strictly from YouTube alone. However, and I'm also a homeschool mom now. I started teaching homeschool to my kids and going to co-ops and stuff like 2 years ago. So I also do that as well. I did work outside the home until 2014. I still have my license as an interior designer. I'm registered in the state of Texas. I keep up with that. But I I teach on YouTube. We blog. Excuse me. One moment. And I say we blog. We have Joanne who's joining me. It looks like she's commenting from GoodKnit Kisses. She works with me, and we do the blog and the patterns. And that, of course, is weekly. But also the patterns you can purchase ad-free on Ravelry and Etsy. And we're getting ready to launch that on our website. So keep up with that. So I do earn revenue from that. I earn revenue from my books that are about loom knitting. I don't have any for... No, I do have one for crochet with Elizabeth Ham from Annie's, and that is on the flower loom. But most of my publications in print are loom knitting, and then we have all the patterns individually that we have posted that I earn revenue from, and then we have revenue from the website. So I can't say that I earn everything from YouTube. It's diversified income. If you're interested in that kind of thing, that's where I get it from. So, and I think that's a great question. Just totally, and affiliate links. So like if you click, I think by this point, most people know what an affiliate link is, but if you don't know, if you see something says ad or whatever, it says affiliate, that means that the item is the same price it would cost for other people. But if you click that link, the person who shared the link with you that has this affiliate account is going to receive a portion of it for basically being the one that led you to go there. So it doesn't cost you anything, but it rewards the person who sent you there. So like some of our stuff will have an affiliate link if there's one possible. So we do that with a few people. Cam would love to learn how to loom knit a swim cover up, long or short, or a tank top. Oh, excellent, excellent. That is good to know. I've actually been thinking about doing like a tank top type thing, but a cover up would be fun too. And then you could just make it longer, flowing or whatnot. Like a pullover type, like a pullover or a button up. Probably a pullover, I'm guessing. I did just get... Cheryl says, Kristen, I resend many of your videos to newbies often. Yeah, thank you so much. Be sure to send playlists, because those are really helpful, and then they can find a lot more videos, and they could just scroll down and find the one that works best for them. Or like if they use the one that's at the top of the list or whatnot, then they'll be able to see more related things that would really help them. So definitely, yeah. But I am a stay-at-home mom. I don't actually stay at home all the time. Struggle Bus has millions of seats. It is very long. Yes, that's so true. I struggle to get things right, but we are hard on ourselves. Or I am once once works light bulb moment and no more struggle. Yeah, Cheryl, for sure. I try and struggle through stuff and learn stuff and then share it with you guys. So a lot of people have called me an expert. I don't say that I'm an expert. I say that I'm pretty good at trying to break things down and figure it out. I inquire, I research, I ask for help. And then once I really understand and learn that, I try and teach that if I can, and convey it to you when I'm comfortable doing so, so that others can benefit from that. I really like that because I like to learn new things. I think it's really good to challenge ourselves. I think it's really good for our brains, and continuing to keep active, and it's just fun. It's like puzzles on a different level. If you like puzzles. Let's see. Knitting is my fear. I am not ambidextrous. Cam, there are many people who are fearful. That's a real fear, that you just really can't. You're going to drop the needles. You're going to have a hard time. Yeah, you probably drop the needles and you might have a hard time. But I will say many of those people, before going to needles, or they never end up in needles, try loom knitting. So if you are, let me know if you're a loom knitter right now, Cam, or if you crochet, because many people who have a fear of dropping those stitches will do so on the loom. Now, have I dropped a stitch on the loom? Yeah, I have. And I've had to fish it out through the back and get it on there again. But the likelihood is less. And I actually feared that too. I thought about that too. And I'm like, I could never do that. And now I do. So, yeah, Joanne says, true, Lori. I think we all are on the ridden on the struggle bus. So what did Lori say? I missed that. Struggle. Oh, yeah. Oh, Lori's the one who said struggle bus has millions. Oh, okay. Alicia says, I had a hard time learning crochet for years. It was after my great grandma who tried teaching me. When she passed away, I tried again and get crochet. Oh, yeah. That's fantastic that you learned to do that after she passed. I'm so sorry for your loss. And I love, though, that you were able to do some before that, though. Oh, what happened to Beth in Texas? Trunk full of fun. Do you stay in contact with her? Yes. She is just enjoying being retired with her family and just enjoying all the things. She still crochets. She still does stuff. I just don't think she's publishing anything anymore. She kind of decided to let that go. Every once in a while, I've seen something pop up from her. I need to check and see when she did something last, but I've seen her post most recently, and she posts about her son and her sons that still live with her, one son that still lives with her. And she's just having a grand old time. She looks great. She's healthy and doing well. So yeah, thank you for asking. I love her. Beth's a good friend. I forgot you're a homeschool teacher. I know, it's so new. Let's see. I'm from Texas. Where are you located? I'm in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I'm in like the greater Fort Worth Metroplex area. So there's a lot of people who live in this area, but that's where I am. Central Texas. We call it North Texas. Texans call it North Texas. The Panhandle is absolutely the most north, but we call DFW North Texas. I think that's hilarious. I've always thought that was weird, but that it is what it is. I actually don't like the saying it is what it is. My husband says it all the time, and now I say it all the time. I used to tease him and say, well, it ain't what it isn't. Passion as a mom and a coach and a teacher. Thank you so much. Yes, I am passionate on that. So affiliate linking, Q is asking me again. So affiliate linking is you get paid just for us clicking on the link, or do we have to purchase something from the link? Yes, clicking on the link and then making a purchase. So different affiliate sites work differently. Some of them are based on if you click the link and you add to your cart and you keep adding to your cart, the most recent, like let's say Amazon, for example, the most recent person you click on an affiliate link and you add something to your cart, if you hit purchase right after that, then that last influencer that you clicked on the thing and you got all the things in your cart, they get credit for whatever you bought. Like, that's full disclosure. That's, you can find that anywhere. If you have certain companies, it expires. So if you click on the link, make a purchase, it's good to go. If you click on the link and wait a month or two, but it's still in this cart, and then you purchase it, no, they don't get any credit for that. Yeah, so it's different from different companies. Amazon's pretty cool. Yeah, we try, a lot of times I just like to find the link so that you can find the product that I'm working with. And Joanne puts all those into our site. She's the smarty pants, does all the things. And so she tries to find the product on Amazon so you can find it easier. Not all the things that I show can you find on Amazon. I'm not necessarily trying to feed an Amazon thing, but it's just easier for a lot of people to get to that. There are some products that I love that don't have affiliate links, but they do when we use Amazon. So I have recommended certain looms for years, and I can say that I've sold a ton of looms, but I can't really say that because I never got paid for them. I did free videos for companies for years, and I just recommended products because I really liked them, and they may have sent me the product, but I didn't really get paid for it, like the big S loom that you see back here. Anyway, and so once we were able to do Amazon, then it's like I actually got compensated for something that I did. So I consider it like a compensation for doing that thing. Now, I never have recommended a product that I don't stand behind. So if I have a product that I do not like, I don't like it, falls apart. I don't think that it's a quality person to get it from or company, I'm just not going to show it. I just don't talk about it. I don't sit and say, I don't like this company or anything like that. There was a time where I had done a collaboration with another person, and then we talked about a certain loom company because it was taken over by another person, and then they like drove the company down and all the things. So I actually removed those videos, and I had to explain, hey, this nefarious thing happened, and I'm not going to stand behind this. And so all those things are now off. So I learned my lesson there, and I don't like to put bad stuff out there for people either, so I just don't do it. So just know that if you see an affiliate link for me, it's trustworthy, and at least when we put the link up, but I haven't found anything bad about some of the other products I do. If you buy the furls, crochet hooks with one of my links, it does help me as well. You know, I will say this, like, as far as like companies' beliefs and other things, with my personal life, I might be different or not be different, but with my company, I don't sit and say you can or can't buy from this person because they do or don't do certain things. If I use the product, I let you know. So that is my full disclosure affiliate conversation. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. It's like my body is clearing something out. So sorry. Pull over, maybe with or without a hood. Okay, so your swim cover up, maybe with or without a hood. I'm new here. This is just for, or is this just for looming? It's not just for looming, Sylvia. I teach how to knit with needles, which I have a bowl cover coming for needles next week. And I teach how to loom knit, and I teach how to crochet. I can't reach my bag, but I've got a crochet bag right there I can't grab. Yeah, I teach also how to weave as well. We did some pot holders. We did some pot holders last week. Oh, this isn't last week's. Grabbing the wrong one. But anyway, I have pot holders. Isn't this fun? It looks like this on one side and that on the other. So cool. It's like rocking. I love it. That is weaving. So yeah. Loom knitting is so much easier on my hands, and I need that. Yes, absolutely. I loom knit before I learned a needle knit. Yes, they're like training wheels. But I'm so glad you're here, Sylvia. Yeah, we'd love you to join the VIPs. The VIPs are what are it's part of our membership. So if you're not familiar, if you're level 1 membership, it's really basic. It's like $199 a month, which basically, if you want to know on memberships, I get about half that. Actually, I think it's like 40%. And so what that does is that helps sustain a lot of these things. So I haven't been doing a lot of sponsorships lately. So it's like you guys are my sponsors. So this actual income is very helpful for us to maintain some basics. It maintains the website. There's a lot of other background costs that we incur to run the site and run all these other things. And we're actually trying to increase and do our own store on our website rather than using Etsy or Ravelry. I really like to get away from those and just do stuff on the website. And so having memberships would be great. So level 2 and above. So the knit level is level 1. Level 2 is the purl level. And the purl level is great. And I believe it's $4.99 a month. And that one's like a super good deal because you're getting every PDF, every pattern that we come out with, you get that a day ahead of time and the links to be able to see them. So and VIP level 1 gets all member videos early. That's usually a day early. And if we do any member live streams or any member posts in our community page, level 2 gets those extra, besides the Zooms and the member videos, it also gets PDFs of the ad-free stuff. And then we have another level, which is $9.99. It's our closed caption level. So you get the same stuff, but you're really contributing significantly to the channel. It's $9.99. It really gets me about $5 a month for GoodKnit Kisses for us. And so each of them, it just pays about half. Maybe I make 60% on that. I can't remember. It's like either 40 or 60%. I forget the split. But that's what memberships do. And then there is another level for independent, like 45 minutes once a month, and I can help you on something you're working on, and we have to do one-on-one stuff. But you have to reach out and message me, and I have to verify that you're that level, and you have to be in their driver's seat of scheduling with me. But we can have some one-on-one stuff. So I do have those other levels. Just check it out and look at it. But most people are at the level 2 because it's just such a fantastic deal. And we have a few at level 3. Go off. Lori says, I just went to the GoodKnit Kisses and can't find the furls link. I think they're just in individual posts. There's a link for furls that Joanne is popping in. So if you need that. What happened to the Nook crochet trend? It was around for a while. The Nook was a tool that someone developed, and they had to keep continuing to make patterns for it. And I just don't think it caught on like they wanted it to. Now there is Tunisian crochet, and that is more general. And so I'm trying to think, because the Nook worked like a crochet and knitting, I think that's right. But anyway, look into Tunisian crochet, and it looks like a long, let me see if I've got one. I can't grab it. Maybe I can. Nope, that's not it. Okay, well, I was thinking I had it. Anyway, this is a needle, but a Tunisian hook will basically look like this, but then it has a hook on the end. And so it's really long, and it looks like knit, more like knitting, but you've got a really long crochet hook. And then anyway, you work the row by row, and you have these live stitches on there. And it's different, but it's one item to hold. Yeah. Lori, are we doing a Zoom today? Yes, we're doing Zoom today. You're welcome, Sylvia. Would you do some more graph patterns, looming pictures? You know, I don't know. I'm not sure I want to teach that because I struggle on that, because then that just means, like, you know, following a picture is you following the picture of what it is, and then I would have to film the whole thing. I struggle with that because I don't want to do a bunch of 1 hour long videos or 2 hour videos or whatever. Like I'm definitely never going to do a whole Afghan or a whole outfit that's like loom like a graph or anything like that. So I'm not sure that I would do that. Um, yeah, like showing you the technique is one thing, but doing a bunch of them, probably not. Now you can go on Stitch Fiddle, I think it's Stitch Fiddle, and you can create patterns as well. One Q, do you use film or digital video to upload to YouTube? It's all digital. I film on my phone, believe it or not. I'm talking to you through my phone right now, which I'm sure you can believe going live, but I actually have a rig set up for my phone. And I have a special cantilevered tripod. It's a special tripod. Not all of them do this. And it has like kind of a boom arm stand, kind of like a microphone, you know, like a piano microphone, if you think about that. And it tilts to the side. And so anyway, and then I just flip the image and I go and look at it. And I look, so I don't film how everybody else does it. I decided I don't want the setups that some people have, and I don't use a lot of extra equipment and monitors and microphones and stuff. I try and keep it as simple as I can. I used to actually put my, I'll tell you a lot more about it. I used to put my stuff on a laptop or computer and edit there in Final Cut Pro. I did an iMovie for a while, and then I got into Final Cut and did all that stuff. And then Final Cut became more like iMovie. I keep doing that, iMovie. And then I said, you know what? I don't need to do things as complicated as all this. And so I decided to learn to do all the specialty things like picture in picture and all these other things. And I just learned how to do it on my phone. So I actually film and edit on my phone. And the only thing I do for my computer is I upload it onto an external hard drive. And then I upload the final up onto YouTube from the computer, but I can also just upload it from my phone. So anyway, that's what I do into YouTube Studio, and it works really well. So that's what I do. So if you wondered, in the beginning, like the first couple of videos on my channel, I used an old camera and it's like really bad. And then I think it was like the first 3 videos, and it was an old like actual video camera, and you could hear the lenses like in the gears. And then I started with my iPhone, was it a 3? I think it was like an iPhone 3. And the way that I did that is, yeah, how you shoot overhead. I'll tell you, this is the very first setup. Okay, this is a very long broadcast, but y'all are asking some fun questions, and I'm just going to keep going. The way that I shot my original videos, if you look at them, you'll see a tapestry type fabric down below. If you see that tapestry fabric that's kind of brown, I know it's a terrible background. I should have had white. Okay, sue me. No, don't sue me. But it had this tapestry background. That is my knitting. I'm sorry, that is my nursing stool. Like that is from a glider that I had custom covered in this fabric. And then I have like the companion ottoman that glides. So every once in a while, you might actually see me bump it and it goes like this in the background. That's my little, I call it my nursing stool. And so I would sit hunched over like this, and I had my, I had a wooden spoon cantilevered and taped to a tripod that didn't have a way to do it. And I had strapped on like a funky headband thing. And then I had a big wooden spoon or bamboo spoon hanging on. And then I had my iPhone on there, and it was shoved over far enough to where it wouldn't fall down, but it was far enough to get the one little camera that was on that phone over the edge, and then it would look on top. And then I had it framed where it just filled that frame right over the nursing stool. And then I only had like that much distance between my phone and the table, and I would, or the stool, and I would do whatever I could. Like there's a bow video from May of 2011. And you'll see, like, I used a gold bow and I have a brown background. That was actually my first crafty viral video. Um, so it was like zero cost. I used a broken tripod with no little neck thing, like where the hot shoe would go, but it was broken there, and then cantilevered the wood spoon, used my existing phone, and filmed that for a year, two, until I figured out how to get one of these special tripods, because I didn't know what words to look for. And I still actually forget when I need to get a new one. I'm like, what was the special word I use? Right now, I have something from Manfrotto, and I can't remember what this one's called, but it's a special one. Not all Manfrottos do it. But anyway, and then I have this like rig that I use, this camera rig that holds it. It actually has two little handles on it. So I can actually take it off with the hot shoe. That's another word in there. I also have this thing called a pivot grip, and it helps me move things around like this. I can just move this around really easily. So anyway, that's a lot of information, a lot of techie stuff, but thanks for asking, because I like no one ever asks me that. What year did you start your YouTube channel? I started in January 2011. January 2011. I started GoodKnit Kisses in October 2010. Right after postpartum depression, started making videos January 2011. And then in August of 2014, I quit my regular day job and started doing this. Now, I've never made as much as I did. I've started to get, I think I'm about where I was when I quit my other job as an interior designer. So I didn't do it for the money. I did it for my kids, for my family. Yeah, I stopped taking the hit on daycare. Sorry, I had an alarm that's just going to keep ringing. So anyway, it saved me money on daycare. But yeah, we still have to budget and all that stuff. That's why if I was able to increase my memberships, I've never been really good about and really being like, please, y'all, everybody be a member. Like, it really would help me. I mean, I will tell you right now, if everyone who subscribed to me and really loves regular and did a membership would do that, that would really, really help our family. But I don't, I mean, if you find value in what I do, then please, would you sponsor me? But I'm not going to sit here and say, like I'm, I have some merch. Yes. Do I push it? No. Like, I have the things. If you are compelled to get the things, go ahead. So that's just how I am. In my old life, I did sales. Like when I did interior design, I did sales, and that's my other thing. It's my alert that we're going to start our VIP in 10 minutes. So I got to hurry up. But basically in my old life, I could sell you, $100,000 worth of floor covering if I wanted to, but I'm not that was for a work purpose. And this is for a passion purpose. This is my love. I love people, and I want you to stitch your love and love your stitches. And if you find some value in what I do, if you would like to sponsor and contribute, I would love that. And I would be honored if you did that. But everybody has to make their own decisions. So I need that, Kristen. Oh, good. I don't know which part I said, but I'm so glad. Or maybe you wanted the camera information. There was a guy on News 8, Alicia says, who would use his iPhone video and edit. I think his name was Mike, and he did cool news stories about the DFW area. Oh, yeah, I think I heard about that. Does YouTube still pay advertising revenue for the advertisements, or is that slowed down? Yeah, so a portion, I'd have to go look at the analytics, but a portion of what I get paid is what originally was called YouTube Red, which is YouTube Premium now. I actually subscribe to YouTube Premium. So when I jump on YouTube, I think it's like $9.99 a month. I think that's right. Maybe it's $12.99. I don't know. But I don't get any commercials now, right? So I don't see any advertisements. When I jump on YouTube and I'm signed in, I don't see any ads, which I love. That was the best investment years ago. I did it because I was not allowed to, whenever I'd have to answer someone's question, the video would pop up and an ad would be there. And you're not supposed to watch, when you sign the agreement, you're not supposed to watch your own advertisements and videos. And I was afraid, I'm a rule follower, I was afraid that I was going to accidentally watch something I wasn't supposed to, and I needed to hurry and click off of it. And I didn't want to get in trouble for watching my own stuff. It's because they don't want people to, like, that's all they do is just watch their own content. So they're getting paid for nothing. You know what I mean? And I don't do that. I don't do anything nefarious like that. I don't think about things that way. So I was like, I'm just going to pay for this subscription. So anyway, people who pay to TMI, Kristen, I know. People who pay for subscriptions like that, there's a portion of that that goes to the people that you watch the most. So if you come on YouTube and all you do is watch me, then I'm going to get a portion of that. If a portion of what you watch goes to XYZ person and ABC person and this and that, then a portion goes to those people. They know who you're watching. Their big brother, if you're signed in, but they know what views are coming from what types of accounts. Obviously, if you have a service like that, they're tracking your account and they know what you're watching. It's not that a person is sitting there going, this happens and this happens. They programmed an algorithm to do it. So Big Brother doesn't really, he's not taking notes like, oh, Alicia loves this thing. You know what I mean? It's just that that's the beauty of the algorithm, is because a computer is like, oh, okay, so she watches that, so let's compensate that person. Make sense? And then obviously advertisers, what they do is they put into the system, hey, I want this type of content to be, to have my video on it. And then the powers that be at the marketing side of YouTube will match that advertiser up with people who fit that bill. So if I fit that bill, the advertisement comes on my channel. Now, I don't make as much revenue as other people who choose to have things like drugs and alcohol. I don't think I have any medical prescription stuff on mine. I don't have any gambling or smoking or drinking ads show up on my channel. So if you've ever noticed those things on my channel, let me know, because I set that up years ago that those things would be seen. Could I make more money? Yes. Do I want to make money from that? No. Does that answer your question? The merch is awesome, Lori says. I'm so glad you like it. The tech stuff. Oh, good. Yeah, you want to know the tech stuff. The handle thing for camera. Okay, yeah. Sun Pack. I don't know if they make it anymore. Sun Pack, SUNPAK, is the pistol grip thing I have. So that fits into the top of the Special Manfrotto boom cantilevered, I forget the name, tripod I have, and then the Sun Pack pivot stand, so it screws in, and then at the top of that is a hot shoe. The hot shoe has a release on it, and that can come off, but what I have screwed into the hot shoe is a special rig with 2 handles on it, and on that rig is a grip that holds my phone sideways, and then it has a little camera lens with a hood, like that's thicker, that goes all the way around, kind of like a camera, and it goes on the other side. So on this side facing me, I see my phone screen. On the other side is my nicer camera on the other side that sees other stuff. So if I flip the camera right now, and I don't know if it's on my hot shoe right, or I don't know if it's on the thing right, but let me see if I flip the camera while we're talking. Okay, let me zoom it in. Okay, do you see that? Okay, so I'm gonna put my finger here. This is me sticking it behind the lens. So that's the other side of what you're seeing. So then you're looking into a light box. This light box is really big. And when I've focused my thing downward with my little my pivot thing, let me do this. And you can see stuff. So it flips, I can pivot it down, I can move it around, I can like, follow me over here, follow me over here. So it helps me do different things, but I don't have monitors and everything. I have to look into the camera. It always looks like I'm looking at probably not the right thing. If I was really trained well, I would look only into the camera and be like, how you doing, girl? But I have to go over here because your comment's over here, and in the middle, I'm somewhere in between. I kind of try and look in the middle, but really the best thing is to look at the camera. So anyway, you kind of have to keep all these things in mind. I don't do everything perfectly. That is for sure. including saying the word too many times. Where is it on Amazon? Honey girl, I'm like, if you go, Joanne probably has a link, but if you go to my Amazon shop, I think I have some of these products linked up in like the tech area. I haven't looked in that area in a while. I don't know if all the products are there, and I don't know how current they are, but if it shows a product that's no longer available, you could find a similar product and that would work. So I bought a Manfrotto before from Amazon. Yes. And not all Manfrottos are the same. Just know that. So not all of them have this like little extra neck part that comes out and then you can turn it. So you have to make sure you understand what you're looking for. So anyway, oh, Joanne, thank you. Amazon.com/shop/GoodKnitKisses. Thank you so much. Just look around there. I've got a bunch of things in there. There's different categories. So Julietta, don't put your email on here for other people. Y'all probably need to hook up later on our Zoom group and then you could share that. So, all right, girls and guys, whoever's on here, I'm going to run because I'm going to go jump into our Zoom, which apparently was supposed to start 3 minutes ago. So love you all. You have a great day. Don't forget about our Nordic Style Hat loom knitting coming out tomorrow. If you remember, you already got it. So love you all. Have a great day. Happy knitting and crochet. Bye.